What's up, y'all? Appreciate you being here. Happy Saturday morning to every single one of you. Hold on a second. Let me. All right. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday morning to each and every single one of you guys. Maybe Sunday afternoon to some of y'all in each parts. But thank you guys for tuning in. Today is going to be a huge day on our channel. We are going to be going nonstop all day long from now till probably 9 o'clock tonight. We got 5 streams. 5, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 streams today, starting with the NASCAR Xfinity Series practice and qualifying, and then we're going to move to NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying, and then we're going to move to the NASCAR Xfinity Series race, and then we're going to move to the Final Four tonight, the 2 games tonight. So it's going to be a long day for CeeLo. I'm trying to make up for lost last week. We were pretty busy last weekend, weren't able to do much racing, but we're back here. I promised you guys we'd be back, and we're at the Lady in Black. That's right. The stripes are going to be on these cars today, and we're going to start with practice for the NASCAR Xfinity Series practice and qualifying, and I hope you guys are ready to have some fun. We appreciate you being here. And let's go to it right now.
Going on to win.
All right, so got the guys on the track. Dirty Nick Sanchez in that 48. That Al Unser throwback. Christian Eckes in that 16. Jesse Love in P3. Not much with him on today. Anthony Alfredo in that Coors Light looking car. I like that one because I was a Sterling Marlin fan for a long time, so that looks good.
Neon graphics on it, the silver paint scheme.
It's all right, man. It's all good, brother. But what's up, Bronny? Georgia fan, what's going on, man? Tammy, hello. Good morning. Dubs, what's up as well? Hello. William Jeanette, what's going on as well? Welcome in, everybody. It's going to be a long day. Looking forward to hanging out with you guys. Cold Trickle, as always. Well, we'll see what we can do today.
We're friends at that time because you were racing Ruco car from Western Kentucky's where they were, and so you and I had kind of connected on a local level then. And to watch you win that race was really, really cool. On board Jesse Love, RCR, coming off a victory in the form of Austin Hill last Saturday night at Martinsville, looking to go back-to-back. It was number 100 for RCR. Take us for a ride here at Darlington.
Yeah, both ends of this track are completely different. He's in turns 1 and 2 right now. It's a much bigger radius corner. Carry a ton of speed right there exiting turn 2. It's one of the fastest feelings in NASCAR, how close that wall comes up right here going down into turn 3. It's going to run significantly lower. Actually below those hash marks, so a little less banking in the track. You know, this track is so interesting because we talk about it being one through, but it's not. There's a lot of options here.
A good lap there. A really good lap there.
I'll see you tonight for the Final Four. All right, man. Have fun with work today. Oh, really? That's weird. Didn't know about that one, Cole. But I'm sure that's flat ground over there. But right now, we got Nick Sanchez, Christian Eckes, Jesse Love, 1, 2, 3 here.
But such a fun track and so challenging.
Love is third, leading the way. Group 1 practice 48. Nick Sanchez driving for Big Machine. And the throwback here to 1975 in the IndyCar for Bobby Unser. Won the second of his 3 500s in 1975. It's a good-looking race car.
Yeah, really good looking.
And this is Group A.
Makes it so special this weekend that it's fast. Top of the board right now. That lap time that he ran at 29.85.
Who's looking forward to next weekend at Bristol? Jesse Love's Cup debut. That 33.
It always has a lot of grip.
Austin Hill in that car this weekend. In that 33. A lot of cars doing double duty today. Ross Chastain tonight, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell. Lots of Cup drivers in this race today. We'll see what they can do.
Asphalt versus the line that he's running, how dark it is. It's lane.
Are you kidding me? I'm muted. Oh my gosh. Mutes. I tell you. What's up, Big Wade? Your boys in both races today. What a treat. Oh my gosh. Should have known better than that. But welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out. This is Group 1. We'll go through the field one more time here. Nicholas Sanchez, Dirty Nick Sanchez on top of the board here. Christian Eckes, Jesse Love, Harrison Burton, Josh Balicki, Taylor Gray, Connor Zilich, William Swallowich, Matt Benedetto, Anthony Alfredo, Dawson Cram, Kyle Sieg, David Starr, Austin Green, Leland Honeyman, Mason Massey, Nick Lights, Greg Van Oss, Ross Chastain doing double duty this weekend. He is in that 9 car for Junior Motorsports. So that should be interesting. But welcome in, everybody. Butterfly, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Bronny says the Coke 600 entry list is stacking up. We got the 78, the 84, and the 87 so far in that race in May as open entries. Awesome. So I'm planning on doing the Indy 500 like I did last year and the 600 like we did. So that should be a little interesting how we're going to fit everything in, but we'll see how it goes.
5 later today on CW. I love coming to Darlington. And this is someone that I was really anxious to watch, Connor Zilich.
Connor Zilich.
And how talented he is. We didn't think it knew. But he's showing it on ovals. But this is a whole different ball game for this 18-year-old rookie.
Yeah, and trying to learn the track, you just have so much grip those first couple of laps. But then you have to keep learning what your car is doing as the lap time starts to fall off. And trying to work a little bit high, and you have to commit so much on entry. I just think about a here, Homestead, the hardest places to come to and try to be able to learn just because of such a short practice. Only one set of tires.
What's up, Kelly? Good to see you.
Nothing like being actually on the track experience, obviously getting a little bit of dirty air right here as he's trying to turn down underneath Becca's.
Christian said you go ahead, right?
Well, the one thing that we will talk about a lot today is if you want to see race the race.
We got to send CeeLo a large red neon sign that lights up when he's muted. Exactly. I do.
It is be over, so it's so narrow on the entry to these corners. It's
wonder if Lawson will run the. Yeah, he is, Georgia fan. He is.
Grip. And when we get to the runs, it is so slick. It makes it so hard to run a side by side.
It's got to be hard to resist the temptation. Just go out and compete. And that's what you're used to doing all the time, especially if you're one like Zilich who hasn't experienced this before. We got to report there's some fluid on the track.
Are you kidding me? No, we're not having this today.
Way through this opening group practice. How about the rookies at the top?
Fluid on the track. It better not be rain. It better not be rain. I am not dealing with that. All right, so Chase Elliott is in Group 2. Ross Chastain is in this one with Chase Elliott and I don't know how this voice is going to end up held up today. Christopher Bell as well in that position in Group 2 as well. But Dirty Nick Sanchez in that I think it was motor fluid. Okay. 0% rain today. Okay. Thank you. I was about to get upset because I wasn't about to sit through this all day like that. But hit that subscribe, hit that like for us if you're new to us. If you're just coming in, we're bringing you NASCAR Xfinity practice and qualifying from the Darlington Raceway. It is Throwback Weekend, and we have all your throwbacks right here. There's the Kurt Busch throwback for Sam Mayer. That one's a good one. And make sure you check it out our vlog that we did. We went over all of the paint schemes that had the throwbacks that we did. Here's the Jimmy Spencer No Bull Winston car. And there's Jeff Burton's Hardy's throwback car. This is the wanting to beat Hardy's throwback car right here. There's the Smithley 07. I like that. I like this American flag here. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. There is the Dale Jarrett throwback. He's doing the Dale Jarrett with the stripes. It's supposed to be blue, but the red stripes on the stuff. And then there's the Dirty Nick Sanchez Al Unser Senior throwback. Just make a redeem that says you're muted, kind of like that stop sign, exactly. Harry Gant, this is one of my favorites of the week. Harry Gant throwback. Jeremy Commence, that one's a good one. And then there is Christopher Bell honoring his memento in dirt racing. Frankel is his last name. I like how Jeb and Harrison Burton are throwing it back to their fathers. Exactly. Wood Burton and Jeff Burton. So appreciate you hanging out today. Thanks so much. The practice is on Xfinity, the CW app, and you can watch that for free on the CW app. So we'll hold a class here in just a little bit on how to watch all that today. Harry Gant's your cousin, Kelly? That's crazy.
This season racing for Dale Jr. back in 2014. He's doing double duty. Christopher Bell won here last fall. He's in a 19 in today's race. And Austin Hill making his first Cup start of 2025. Let's visit with Bell. He's with Dylan Welch.
Yeah, Adam, and speaking with sprints, Christopher is honoring National Sprint Car Hall of Famer Rick Ferkel and his personal hero with his throwback scheme on both the Xfinity car and Cup car this weekend. So
your mom is a Gant. That's pretty cool.
Place that you really enjoy. What are you looking forward to?
What's up, Ragu?
Xfinity car in the race later today.
Yeah, it's just really enjoyable to run these cars around this track. It's a really low grip racetrack, but the Cup cars, you don't get to really slide them around very much. So these things will be drifting them around the corners, up by the fence, and makes it a lot of fun.
What is the key ultimately to avoiding the Darlington stripe but still making speed?
Well, I think every car is going to have a Darlington stripe on it before it's all said and done. But yeah, I don't know. Last year in this race, it was a handful. Whenever the tires got old, it seemed like my car took off really well, and then I struggled on the long hauls.
Oh, Christopher Bell in Group 2 with Chase Elliott in Group 2. He ended up winning last year. That's why I picked him. What's up, Ricky? You're welcome. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here. Hit that like for us, y'all. I want to get 29 likes. Let's get that 100, though. Let's get that out of the way. 100 likes here today for the Xfinity race practice and qualifying. Help us out.
It seems like it doesn't matter if it's a Xfinity car or a Cup car. Going to start a little bit tighter on new tires, and then it's always going to migrate free over the course of the run. So being able to manage that.
This is Chase Elliott's lone start, and that's 17 this year.
Risk management.
You should, Ragu. You should be there right now. If a race is in your hometown, you got to be there. I know it's expensive though. Sharon, what's going on? Good morning.
Rick Ferkel in the 19 car this weekend.
I love what he called it there, risk management. That's a great way to describe how you race this place, I would say. We continue under the red flag.
So fluid under the track here from some car. But we are still in Group 1. Group 1 practice for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. As we add on to our coverage for the year, we always were covering NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying, but we have now added on our Xfinity Series practice and qualifying. Last week, we took the whole weekend off pretty much, really busy at work, and trying to still continue to do this stuff as my job title entitles me to do more things, but trying to keep this up But if a point where it just falls too much, I might not be able to do it all the time. But thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you. And hit that like for us, y'all. We're going to have a good time today. Today we got 5 streams coming to you. We got this one here for the NASCAR Xfinity practice and qualifying. Right after this is NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying. And then right after that is the NASCAR Xfinity race this afternoon. And then after that, we're going to go to the Final Four and call the 2 games today on the Final Four. So CeeLo all day. CeeLo all day. See how we hand up here. But what's up, James? Good to see you. What's up, CeeLo? How's the world treating you? It's been busy. It's been busy. And one car is being driven by Carson Quaffle, not Travis Quaffle. Thank you. I say Travis Quaffle. I'm sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know that. Appreciate that correction. I should edit my videos a lot better than I do. I just don't have time. It's lucky to get it out when I do. Kelly says no, but I did build the biggest roof trusses east of the Mississippi. First Billy Graham Center in Charlotte. There you go, Kelly. Kelly, you excited about your Duke Blue Devils tonight? We're going to have a good time with that game. If we get to do any game, that'll be the game. If the Xfinity race runs over into the first game, probably not going to do it. But we'll definitely do the second game, which is Houston versus Duke. But I do have them all up on there, so make sure you guys are hitting those likes today for that. And subscribing today, too, for all the fun. So maybe we'll get some practice back in here. See what happens here. Hit that sub, y'all. Continue to help us out. I'm trying to get to 32,000 subscribers this weekend. I'd love to get there. Could we do it? Maybe. But 32,000 subscribers is our goal by the end of this weekend. So I think we can do it. 600, less than 600 subs. I think we can. I think you guys can do it. But we'll see. We'll see. If not, we'll just keep on trucking until next week. And the week after that. Next week, Bristol. And then after that, CeeLo's going on the beach. So he will not be here for Rockingham weekend. I know some of y'all, but you'll be able to watch that on the app and all that stuff too. Go Duke, and possibly with Aaron Rodgers at Pittsburgh, maybe a Super Bowl too. We'll see.
Years ago, when Jack and Larson went at it. Let's see what's going on with the track. And Greg Van Alst, the problem he had.
75 years, Darlington, y'all.
Yeah, it looks like he gets in a little bit deep right there. You almost wonder, I mean, that obviously didn't cause the oil leak. You almost wonder, did he have the oil leak, and that's what put him up into the wall? Like they're having to go back and work on that car. So it didn't look like he had really hard contact. But
Carson is
like
Travis's son.
The chicken or the egg right here, Adam. So
Let's go to Kim.
Let's catch up with former Darlington winner Brandon Jones. Brandon's part of Group 2 for.
Oh yeah, Casey Kane.
Noticing in his first practice.
Brandon Jones. And that Matt Kenseth throwback.
Last week really quick and touch on the fact that we were so close to almost winning that race, and it came down to a split-second last-minute decision to take the front row. It's such a hard decision at that racetrack, but really close to winning a race right now. I think this group is really starting to gel really well and starting to click. And so, yeah, this brings me to Darlington. We're really excited to be back. I've gotten a pole here. I've gotten a win here, so we know how to get around this racetrack. I would say the biggest thing that stuck out to me in this first one was just how fast the track was. I mean, I think Sanchez ran what the pole was
29.859 was Nick Sanchez's best time.
Self down for the second group. Typically, for me, the second group here is almost more realistic for the race conditions. So I'm not mad that we're in the second group. I know I won't probably put the fastest lap down, but I think it's a really good group to get a good read in the track. So awesome looking race car this weekend, you know, with Turtle Wax being a part of us this week and ours as well. Throwing it back to Matt Kenseth. And I know Matt was such a big player in JGR and having some success at this race team and really making JGR kind of what it is. So, yeah, really excited to have this paint scheme and hoping it's as fast as Xfinity Mobile when we get it out there.
Talked about how Group 2 will have a better sense of what the car is going to do in practice, and we know that Group.
So there's a event, SCCA event, be a Nashville Super Speedway today. We'll see if they can get it in.
Reward versus risk.
Looks like somebody has gotten close a couple times, maybe a little too close a few times in this first one. So, yeah, it's how much you really want to test that, you know. The bottom actually here is pretty competitive for the first 10 laps, so I won't be the first.
Brandon Jones.
but eventually maybe we'll find that top seam and that third lane and try to mess around with it.
Running out of time here, boys and girls.
Go the right side of this thing before the race and put these guys in a bind, you know, because I think we're going to be really, really fast when we get out on the track. So
yeah, he does. I mean, he's with JGR, so that's one of it.
Halfway to the race. Yeah. Like you mentioned, this team a lot of momentum, Dylan.
And Kim, we saw Harrison Burton out on the racetrack
Burton.
to go before this red flag. Team was diagnosed.
He's my dark horse.
Situation with their race car on the radio just a little bit ago. Take a listen.
Hey, look up there from your perspective. No one really likes to bring boring at Darlington, but it looks boring, right? Like it looks like how it's supposed to look. I don't really want to hear it. No, that's fine.
Boring, he says. You said he's boring. What's up, Mad Steve? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out.
Side, but overall, think we're pretty good. Harrison said earlier this year that this track and Homestead, which we've already raced at, were the two tracks he was most excited.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome in. Good morning. I love that Harrison Burton look with his old throwback to his dad and that sit go forward, man. Love it. 30 seconds left in this group. That sucks for group one.
There's extended lost time for one. There's still a little extra time on the clock so everybody gets an opportunity, but not heard exactly how NASCAR is going to handle this.
Well, thank you guys for being here. Hit that like for us. Trying to get to 50 likes. That's our new goal. Early had to feed the kitties and make a cup of mud. There you go, Mad Steve. Good to be here, man. All day on CeeLo. All day CeeLo today. Ready to have some fun.
This era, because
all day CeeLo. All day, all the time.
I came to the Cup Series and I actually, I had Haviland as a sponsor and I remember seeing that car and getting it the following year and I was like, I couldn't wait to figure out like what's my paint going to be in this car. And they went back to that more traditional kind of Davey Allison, but I loved this. I thought this was a great looking car and it's great on the track.
And we'll see an older brother Kyle later, or older brother Ryan later, but the Seeds have gone with teammate Throwbacks. He's running a Dale Jarrett, which is pretty cool. Here's the 9.
Ross Chastain running that. I got Duke in Florida. I'm going Duke in Florida tonight.
See here, he was
Duke in Florida.
So I know he's anxious to go on this weekend at Darlington.
Yeah, and they had some
Duke in Florida.
track if you can't.
Jones seems more confident. He does. I mean, I guess going from Junior Motorsports to JGR is a big jump, I guess, if you want to say that.
His 10th lap right now, and it's still much.
He's going to have that 20. I mean, the 20 car was so strong last year with Eric Almirola, so, I mean, I'd be happy with it as well. But Chastain out there in 7th fastest right now. Chastain, 7th fastest.
He might be having a hard time figuring this out. But in fairness, if you go out and just try to get...
So this is the practice group 1. I don't know how much longer they're going to let him go. They only had like 30 seconds. Looks like they're going to push it along. Tim, good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here. Good to see you.
More realistic for what they're going to have to track is rubbered up. Unfortunately, all drivers want to post that fast lap. You will not be able
Yeah, group 2 is going to have a better run here. But good morning, everybody. Appreciate you being here. This is on next commercial. We're going to hold a class. Next commercial, we're going to hold a class.
Couple of rookies here on track. Eckes is 2nd in 16. Taylor Gray 6th in the 54. Gray did race.
Come up April 26th, you can drive a NASCAR race car around Nashville Super Speedway in the NASCAR driving experience. Might do that. We need some biscuits and gravy, yeah. I told Spain to bring me back some Chick-fil-A. Sarah, good morning. Probably won't stay long, but saying hey. Thumbs up. Thanks, Sarah. Appreciate you being here. Y'all hit that like for us. Trying to get to 100 likes here for this stream. Good morning, everybody that's coming in. Help us out.
Especially at this place, when all the steps you can in before the race later.
8 minutes left here in Group 1. 8 minutes.
For Mario Goslin.
What a tough track to have to come back to after not being in the car a couple weeks. I know we talk about that every week on the show about, it's such an advantage when you're racing every single weekend.
Josh Bilicki in that 91. Ritas. Gotta love him some Ritas.
Big challenge for all these guys that aren't full-time to come in here. And, track like Darlington, one of the most challenging tracks. Series.
I'm not going to name a favorite when it comes to paint schemes, okay?
I like this one too.
But I'll say this one's in my top 5.
Leland Honeyman, that Nestle Quick. Jeff Green.
In 2000.
Nestle Quick, baby. Gotta love that.
Here, 25.
Jeff Green throwing it back to 2000, the Xfinity Championship for Jeff Green. From Tennessee, Cole Trickle. Jeff Green raced. I got to watch Jeff Green race at the Nashville Speedway, Nashville Fairgrounds, Cole Trickle. Looking good, Tim says.
This car, yeah. His uncle Jeff actually drove that car, so
Austin Green.
24 years old.
So Jeff.
3 Xfinity Series top 10s for him from Concord, North Carolina.
Championship. He nearly won a couple of. David was someone so good for so many years in Xfinity competition. David now actually an official in NASCAR.
6:55 to go. Yeah, I got to watch him at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Colton, you never been out there for a race? The Nashville Fairgrounds? That's really where I got my start for racing. My aunt took me over there, and that's where my love of racing started, at the Nashville Fairgrounds. A lot of NASCAR drivers got their start at the Nashville Fairgrounds, which is funny to say. Great track, Tim says.
The segment that will.
But Dirty Nick Sanchez still on top of the board here with 29.5 speed here. But let's hold a class here. There's 82 of us here. We appreciate you being here. It is Throwback Weekend at Darlington. And would love for you to get to watch some of it, since we cannot provide you those coverages anymore like we used to on the cams and stuff. So let's go to your CW app. All right. You're going to go to your CW app. Class time, y'all pay attention. You're going to go to the CW app right here. Okay? Not hiding anything from anybody. I'm not trying to keep everybody here. I got to meet Green in Nashville 15 years ago, Tim says. All right, so there is the CW app. Right here is a line that says live and upcoming. Live and upcoming right here. So you see this right here, live and upcoming. You're going to click on that first one. It says Darlington Practice and Qualifying. Practice and Qualifying, and there it is. You have it. Okay? It's free, people. It's free, Negative Squirrel says. You go to your app, and you hang out right here, and I'll show you. They're at a commercial break right now, but there you go. You get to watch Practice and Qualifying for free on the CW app. So there we go. It's free, people. That's right. Kelly says Dale Earnhardt's grandson won his first race at Hickory a week ago. Yeah, I saw that. I'm 20 minutes away from Hickory Motor Speedway. Do you go there a lot, Kelly? Oh, Hickory. So we're trying to get to 100 likes. There's over almost 90 of us here. If you could hit that like for us, trying to get to 100 here on the stream, that would be awesome if we can get there for that, and then go from there. Or use a smart TV. Also, yeah, on the smart TV, the CW app on your smart TV, just like watching the race, you can watch that too. So there you go. Good point there, Negative Squirrel. Good point. So I'm always trying to help you guys watch these things. I'm not trying to hide things to keep you, from here. I'm always trying to help you guys watch the best coverage, including hanging out here in our chat, because that's where all the fun is. And you can watch the race on your own and chat in the chat here as well. SRB Outdoors, what's going on? Good morning. Welcome in. And not a lot concrete seats. Ooh, yeah, I don't want to probably sit there with that. Cold Trickle says, I was there for the SRX race also. About only time we will see packed grandstands. I watched the race from the infield. Oh, nice. Nice. You forgot your pencil? Oh, Tim, come on, man. Gotta be prepared. Luckily, I'll hand you one, Tim. Here you go. Here you go, Tim. I got one for you. Reach into the stream and get it. Here, I'm gonna stick it out here so you can get it. It's brought to you by the number 2 pencil. The number 2 pencil. Love it. So far, no one is challenging Nick Sanchez here. This kind of everybody's on the track. No one's really challenging Dirty Nick Sanchez right here. He's run 20 laps. Let's see who's the fastest so far. Swallowich. Eckes 5th, 5-lap average. Sanchez, he's got the 10, the 15, and the 20. That's only ran so far is 20 laps. Eckes is there in that 5-lap average. Jesse Love, Eckes. So the top 3. Look at Burton there. 15th lap average. He's 3rd. So Harrison Burton, my dark horse, man. My dark horse.
Continuing to show out 2025. Let's throw it back.
I'm glad NASCAR does not do Japan. Yeah, me too. I don't think I'd be wanting to get up at that early. F1 qualifying stole my sleep last night. 1:30 a.m. Ugh. Oh yeah, Chris. I haven't forgot about anybody with the diecast. We've just been really busy at work. I will definitely get back with you guys. If I responded, did I respond to you? DM'd you on Discord for the diecast card. All right, hold on a second. Let me make sure.
That was their idea. One thing is
Award button.
fine.
Wood button. Yes.
So we're looking at the cars on the racetrack. Again, you've got a throwback, but some of your competitors, your brother, there's a couple Jeff Burton throwbacks. Does it put you in a time machine to see these cars out here on the track?
We've had a time machine is way past now. So no, but it is pretty cool to see the 99 car.
It is. It is.
Paint scheme.
But yeah, I'll definitely get with you guys, y'all.
I think the Hardy car ran against the XI car, but either way, it's pretty cool.
And finally, we've seen quite a few of your throwbacks throughout the years. Is there one?
Wood button.
Why have you not run this throwback of mine?
Well, F3 loaned me a car, and it came out of
11 against the world tomorrow, baby. That's right. I wore my FedEx jacket to Charlotte races. Kelly.
All right, there you have it. Again, let's get a good look at this paint scheme that Jeb Burton is running. That is Ward's rookie paint scheme when he made his debut in the NASCAR Cup Series.
Takes us back to 1994, and if you're wondering what a Virginia accent sounds like, that was it, right?
Wood button. I'm pretty good, Chris. Nick Sanchez is in P1 right now. Wood button in that throwback Hardy's car. Gotta love that throwback. Hardy's 31. Jeb Burton trying to do a throwback to his dad. Awesome there. But appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We are doing NASCAR Xfinity practice and qualifying. We're at 50 likes finally. Let's get to 100 and we'll move on from there. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure you do that so you can stick around all day. We're bringing you NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying next after qualifying for the Xfinity Series, but we are going to be in Group B now. Group B, as Group A had a little delay because of some fluid on the track. But it looks like here in Tennessee, Cole, we're going to be nice and dry. I mean, maybe your neck of the woods up there might get a little more rain, but what's up, Richard? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here too. But thanks so much for hanging out with us, guys, on the channel. We appreciate you. Boom. Let's go Team Chevy. Let's go Team Chevy, Richard says. So all right, who's gonna get the pole here? Who's gonna get the pole? Nick Sanchez so far looks pretty fast. We'll see in grouped. Of course, you got Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott in Group B for the Cup drivers. And you also will know that this is Chase Elliott's only race this year in the Xfinity Series in that 17 car. So Bronny says 2 cars will unfortunately not race today. The 40 entries for 38 spots. Okay, so 2 cars will not make it. And you're welcome, Chris. You are quite welcome. Yeah, we were off last week. Had a lot of stuff going on with the job. But try to squeeze this in too, as well, with all the other stuff that goes on with my life. It's kind of crazy. Kelly says I'd wear FedEx. Ex-wife had Budweiser Junior stuff all over. Jesse had Mikey Waltrip. Frank had Casey Kane. We look like a hot mess. Bell gets the pole. Of course he does, Big Wade. Of course he does, Big Wade. I was waiting for one in that driver's uniform, and these other 4 people were walking in the other direction. They all stopped and turned around in unison and looked at me. Oh.
This looks good as well. Always interesting to how that long run balance is.
And next week at Bristol will be Larson's second and final start in that 17. He also will be in the 07. So he's going to try to do the triple-double again. Or no, the triple. The triple.
Good start.
Sam Mayer in that Kurt Busch Daytona 500 championship 500 win paint scheme for Stuart Haas. Love Ward's voice. I know. That's why I tried to stay quiet. Oh, what button?
You can work at the golf course, I think. Really dip. Super cool though, throwing that back.
That Ford Fusion Kurt Busch throwback.
It's been good.
Sam Mayer, I see you, Sam Mayer. See you, man.
Second best cars, Kyle Larson. Probably a better car on the short run than Kyle Larson did.
But thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you hanging out as we are providing our commentary of this practice and qualifying today.
I think Sam's going to be a player today.
Stage 1 finished last week at Martinsville, finished 6th. So that means the 11 more starts for the 17 after today. Larson with 1 more start, Byron with 1 more, and Corey Day will have the 9 more left.
The early portion of his career, and that is get off to a good start. He's go of it early in the campaign that puts him behind the 8 ball. Not this the case this year. Go back to last season. Had a really, really good race car. Racing up front.
Yeah, he was doing pretty well here in that 1 car last year, but then he just got hit the wall, and that was it.
It cost him to get into the wall, and you mentioned it though. Leave the race at the time.
You're welcome, Richard.
We haven't found a weak track for him. We talked about that. I mean, just the type of racetrack we've been to his first year over here at the Haas factory. They have just been solid. They've had one of the best cars in every single week. They're going to find victory lane sooner than later.
Reference what happened here last fall. So you had Sam Mayer, who was in position at the
I see you, Mayor.
that benefited. Christopher Bell, he started on the pole, led 108 laps here last fall, won the race. So when you look at the box score, you're like, okay, dominated.
Yeah.
The reality is, if he didn't get a late launch, he wasn't going to win this race. And the throwback for him puts him back.
Sam wrecked a few last weeks, no penalty. Yeah, he did. Look, Martinsville, you really have to just cancel out. That was just crazy dry. That was a crazy race. Rick Ferkel, 1995 inductee to the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Rick Ferkel.
Rick, last January, but a nice.
Oh, he passed away, so he's honoring him this weekend.
For him and his career. Now
Christopher Bell is Group B. Group B.
That steering wheel, you see it's straight up, maybe just a little bit to the right as he tracks down the straightaway. You want to keep that to the left where it is right now, and as you start to get to the throttle, you see him sawing on the wheel. That just shows how loose that car is. Only has 6
Group A is over.
You're on the bottom.
B.
Brake on the entry to turn 3, but then you're just kind of so
Group B.
to the throttle. You see him just kind of cracking the throttle. It's some 6 laps on tires. When we get to 20 or 30.
Sammy Smith disgraced the DEI last week. Thank God NASCAR made the right move to penalize him for 50 points. Yeah, that was a crazy ending. Chris says NASCAR needs to have a throwback weekend across the board. You're right, they should. Sucks we didn't get a Darlington truck race. I really missed the truck throwbacks. Yeah. It's weird that they did that. They took it away from here.
Taylor Gray.
Yeah, they'll have live qualified too, yes. This is practice. Practice.
Looks like he's holding a lot of wheel in the middle of the corner, but you almost want to start a little tight here because it will lose rear grip as the run goes on. Bell's kind of going through that same thing we've seen everybody else do, just trying to work the bottom, the middle, inner high, inner low, just trying to find grip and see what your back is on all the different parts of the racetrack.
They should race the trucks here. You're right, Kelly. Cole says once the Xfinity race got more press and people talking than the Cup race at Martinsville, that never happens. Exactly.
You see him here leaning into the cockpit. They were working on the tint on the windshield. So when Ross initially rolled out in Group 1, he reported that the tint was basically too low for his liking on the windshield. So they
refresh here.
Readjusted that, assuming pulled one of the.
We're in Group 2.
Just leaning in there now, just checking it, I believe, and just making sure everything still is as he likes it. So at this place, you got to have everything perfect. The driver cockpit is obviously something that these guys are very particular at, all the way down to where the tint is on the windshield.
Yeah, that's great stuff, Dylan. And the reason that they're going to have that tint is because as this race ends,
Chase Elliott 14th fastest right now. But nobody touching Nick Sanchez here. Nobody touching him. I live streamed like the 3rd stage of Martinsville. That's all I could do.
Earlier this week, and yeah, that's such a cool paint.
We did the Tennessee game instead. Joshua says NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Darlington race was moved to Labor Day weekend. That's dumb. So they moved the truck race to later in the year when we come back here.
So excited about it. I don't know for disappointment.
So they moved it to the playoffs then. At least he got to see his boy dominate. I did get to see Denny win. I was live for that at least.
Last 3 races, average finish 11.3, coming off a career best in March.
Dean Thompson honoring Jamie McMurray throwback his Talladega win. You don't touch the dirty Sanchez, Tim says.
So glad to have it in our onboard camera.
What's up, Lou? Good to see ya. Appreciate you being here.
He's in super dirty air.
I just was on for like the 3rd stage. Could not do the 1st or 2nd stage. We were doing the Tennessee game instead.
It's a really good run.
But Tennessee's over, so.
Right here. It's so weird seeing that car on the track. I can't say how.
Ryan, it's on the CW app.
See that.
We'll hold this class right now.
Like that car.
Go to the CW app. It's right here.
You saw Jeff Burton earlier.
It's right here. CW app.
You know what I mean? So it's
Click on it right here.
It's going to take a different point in your life.
You can watch it live.
2, practice is underway. So Daniel Diamond.
Danny Dimes throwing it back to the 1999 Adam Petty throwback. As we continue, let's go through the whole field here as we're in a commercial break. Nick Sanchez, P1, Christian Eckes, Jesse Love, Harrison Burton. Christopher Bell right now the fastest in Group 2. And Austin Hill. Sam Mayer. Now he was in Group 1. Swallowich. Sheldon Creed. Chase Elliott 14th fastest. Matt Benedetto 15th. Ryan Sieg. Brandon Jones, Sammy Smith, Anthony Alfredo, Danny Dimes, Justin Allgaier, Carson Quaffle, Brennan Poole, Jeb Burton, Dawson Cram, Kyle Sieg, Jeremy Coments, Ryan Ellis, Dean Thompson, Parker Retzlaff, Chris Wright, David Starr, Garrett Smithley, Austin Green, Leland Honeyman, Mason Massey, Nick Lights, and Greg Van Alst are your lineup here. All the cars on the track. This is not all the cars that are on the track, but Group 2. You like watching me, Lou? Another flat screen theory class. That's right. I've checked in on the app and it's not showing it. All I see is replays. Okay, Ryan, go to the CW app and it's under live. It's live and upcoming. It should be there. Live and upcoming right here. And then you also have for today the battle cam for today. And we got Christopher Bell's in-car camera, Jesse Love, Daniel Dye today. So big Wade, you get to watch your boy today on the camera. Christopher Bell's live cam today for the race. You got the battle cam, and then right before it is the qualifying on the CW app right here. Or the rabbit ears. That's right, Kelly. Yeah, you can watch it on the rabbit ears if available. But there you go, right here. Is click on that live and upcoming on the CW app. Will you live stream the race for us? I won't be showing the race. We can't do that. But yes, I'll be doing the race today. Appreciate you being here. Hit that like for us. Hit that subscribe. Help us get to 32,000 subscribers this weekend. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Justin Allgaier. Really not throwing back to anything. He's celebrating 30 years of Brant. Bumblebee, what's going on? Good to see you.
This week, as I was reading about Justin,
Appreciate you being here.
like I would have told you that he by far is Justin Allgaier's best track. I just feel like every time we go there, he can win. It's something different. He is exceptional at the track. Almost have to take.
Hold on one second, y'all. All right, sorry, y'all. I had a phone call. No, I had a phone call. Sorry, Kevin.
And here's kind of his teammate. I mean, this is in Henrik Carr. He's driving for Junior Motorsports. Chase Elliott making his first start in 2025.
That's one of my favorite peaks ever. Yeah, I remember when Ricky Hendrick ran this
Old Chase. I see you, Chase.
miles car a few years ago. Like, that was just, it's always been one of my favorites.
I see you, Chase.
See right here, Hendrick 2001. It's Speedway.
There's fun weekend here. This was like a sure.
We see those 17s.
And this was the first ever truck race thing.
Throwback to the 2001 Ricky Hendrick
That's so cool.
truck.
Be able to play that.
Since they brought the Xfinity program back, they ran this paint scheme and they said, we want to run this paint scheme. We want.
I'm sorry, Ryan. I don't know what's going on with them. That's weird. Very weird.
Success this year.
Where do you live, Ryan? That might have something to do with it. Where do you live? Or what? Don't tell me exactly where you live, but like what state do you live in? Or are you out of the country? Harkeret's laughing that Ernie Irvin throwback. What's up, Dallas?
2 Daytona Daytona 500 wins.
Yeah, it could be Sterling Marlin throwback too. That 4 car, but Ernie Irvan with that Kodak film, man. Love that one too. Your thoughts on Elliott for tomorrow? I mean, he's pretty strong here. But Ernie Irvan's 1991 Daytona 500 win. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Ryan's stuff. That's so weird, man.
I'm gonna play every piece of it, you know, Kim.
Yeah, and I gotta chime in here because that Servant Urban paint scheme from the early 90s. Parker Retzlaff born in 2003. So Throwback really the opportunity.
Parker Retzlaff.
We were born in the 2000s to learn about some of the history of the sport. And Parker even noted, he's like, I was not even born when this paint scheme ran, so I did have to do my research. I asked him what mustache for Throwback Weekend, and he said, oh, a mustache.
That's funny. I can't.
The jacket, again, missing the mustache. He could have done a fake mustache, but didn't want to go that far.
Parker Retzlaff wearing the Kodak Max film jacket. Someone brought that out of the blue. He had to wipe the dust off that jacket, I'm sure.
Well, we got Jamie McMurray on the list, so it won't be long. I love that story. In the fact, hey,
All CeeLo all day. That's right. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time.
it's not going well for me. Oh, Kim, I blame you.
Athens, Georgia. I have no clue, man. Ryan, I have no clue, bro. So weird.
The great one.
He said he wasn't even born when that race happened. Exactly. He was born in 2003. Ernie Irvan, 1991. And then Carson Quaffle throwing that Jamie McMurray 2010 Daytona 500 win. And that one Bass Pro Shops boat tracker. That's when the remember they had the spoiler on the back, the car tomorrow.
Flash. It said "Kiss My Bass" is what it said initially, and we didn't feel that was appropriate.
But Carson Quaffle throwing back to Jamie McMurray. That's a good one.
See, that's awesome. See that thing on the track.
And Carson Quaffle, this is one of the tracks where he has experience from a year ago. We'll keep an eye on him today as we check in on the 21 of Austin Hill, our most recent winner.
Quick on that, guys.
Austin Hill saying his car was doing pretty good.
Vibration he felt was just attributed to cold brakes, so felt like it got stopped on pit.
103 in the chat, 59 likes. We're trying to get to 100 likes, y'all. Help us out.
Said on the radio, fairly happy with the race car and the crew chief Chad Haney, who you see there on the left. Going to debrief and figure out what they need to do better before qualifying.
Well, that's frustrating, scary, right? I mean, obviously, they feel pretty good about it. Qualifying will be big for them. If he doesn't feel that qualifying, they'll feel way better about it. Looking at his lap time, he only ran 17 laps, but his last lap was really fast. He has a really good car for today.
RCR has never won the Xfinity Series at Darlington. And that's amazing because they've got 100 wins overall.
So what do you guys think of the ones that have been able to watch it? What's up, Hippie Joe? Good to see you. What do you think of the CW coverage? I think it's been pretty good. I think it's been really good. So what do you guys think of the CW coverage? Let me know in the comments below. In the chat, let me know in the chat what you guys think of the CW coverage, the ones that have been able to watch it. If that's battle cam or in-car cameras on the CW app, any of that. The Wood Brothers are the Grand Marshal tomorrow. Yeah, Wood Brothers, 75 years. As long as Darlington's been racing, 75 years for Darlington as well. Negative Squirrel says, especially the tracker. Yeah, I wish we could use the tracker. I wish we could. It would be awesome. I like it, especially the booth. Bumblebee says, I love not hearing Logano. CeeLo coverage is much better. Pass, what's going on, man? My buddy Pass, he does all the Mets stuff. You know, we've talked about him on our channel before. If you like New York Mets, make sure you check him out. He's just getting started. But make sure you check him out. Good to see you, Pass. Appreciate you being here. But thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We are going to be right up next. The NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying will be up next. And then after that, we'll do back to the Xfinity race. You've been awesome. So thank you, Big Wade. It's okay. They didn't show the leaders during the race. Yeah, that's one thing about the battle cam. They really don't show the leaders much during the race. But we're here all day, y'all. I hope you're ready to have some fun with CeeLo. We're going to have a good time starting off early. CeeLo with CW without CeeLo is boring. Oh, Mad Steve, I appreciate it. But ours reaction, we have reaction and live or commentary and reaction videos now on our channel, as it's not a play-by-play anymore. I think it's awesome. I am recording most of the CW races on the old VCR. Cole says I'll be able to see the full Xfinity season for once. There you go, man. Glad you get to watch them. Getting to watch some Braves too, Cole. Apparently, they were on the Rabbit Ears last night too as well. I did not know that. CW not showing practice and qualifying this week. Yeah, it's on. So that's weird. You're the second one, Gnome. Ryan, one of our members, was saying that he can't watch it either, but it's on my app. So I'm not sure what's going on. People will call CW boring, but say Clint Boyer is a good announcer.
Jeremy, and
But Jeremy commends to that Harry Gant throwback. Gotta love that one. Watched old Mr. September, Harry Gant. 1984, Harry Gant Southern 500 win. Nice.
That's Harry Gant.
You just found your old VCR?
I feel like we see this one a couple of times here at Darlington Weekend, and it's awesome every single time.
if he can channel that paint scheme with the success, he'll be really good today. Because Harry won here 4 times, Xfinity 4 times in a Cup Series.
I saw.
Clement's made his 400th consecutive start in Martinville. That's pretty good.
On heading in this weekend, I'm gonna race and I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna do another one, just working in the heat. And I'm like,
Those old school drivers would say, I just drive around town, my windows up in the heat.
Sterling used to say the same thing. Absolutely.
So far, no one has challenged Nick Sanchez.
But we talk about the paint scheme. 7 wins for Matt.
Brandon Jones in that Dollar General throwback from Matt Kenseth. CW app update says update is to help fix 5 live events that are not showing up on time. So make sure you're updating your app. There you go. Thank you, Gnome. So make sure you're updating your app so you can watch live updates.
On track. 7th best right now. Those in Group 2, 17th overall.
Yeah, sure, Bumblebee.
So the fact he won here 2020.
In that Bobby Unser Jr. throwback.
It's early this year, but Brandon Jones has 5 wins, all of them coming at Joe Gibbs Racing. Talked to Warren Burton earlier.
What button?
27, throwing it back to 1994. Father's Day.
I'd like to know Ward's diet because when he Tim, he looked just like he did when he drove this. I'm like, the guy hasn't eaten a bit.
I needed Ward yesterday.
Jeb Burton throwing that back to his dad, Wood Button. And that Hardy's.
It's on that.
Rest in peace, Bobby Unser, Bumblebee says.
A good start. Brennan Poole, amazing at Martinsville.
We got about a minute left here in practice. And then we'll be qualifying, y'all. Hit that sub up if you haven't subbed already. Help us out.
At Richmond many years ago.
And I remember this car because it was.
Throwback to 2001, Jeff Gordon at Richmond. Brennan Poole. And that 44 Looney Tunes car that changed colors. It changed colors.
So.
Bumblebee says he was my favorite IndyCar personality ever. Bobby Unser.
Early days, I think you would have been a student.
Yeah.
I know Al Unser. That's how old I am. Al Unser Jr. That was his dad, right? Al Unser and then Bobby Unser.
Jeff was always Brennan's guy as a kid because
They also tuned Brennan Poole into a Looney Tunes character to match the throwback. Oh, awesome, Brownie.
brought it this weekend. The intention was hopefully at some point to take pictures of the diecast with that car.
Wow, so Brennan still kind of has the boy band hair thing.
Brennan Poole always puts out some good paint schemes, though. That team always does.
Reminds me of you, speaking of throwback.
Oh, yeah.
Al Sr. and Bobby were brothers. Okay, Al Sr. and Bobby were brothers. Thank you, Bumblebee.
Jeff Gordon and Harry Gant going at it here.
Al Jr. was Bobby's nephew. Yeah. A lot of history there in the IndyCar field there, Bumblebee.
This is done. Group 2 is in the...
All right. We are done with practice. It is now time for qualifying. And at this time, we are going to change this over to qualifying. It's going to be everybody. I don't know if it's going to be group 1, group 2. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. But I think it's going to be everybody together. Qualifying, 120th here. Group, I don't know, is it going to be group A or not sure, but let's go through the standings here. Show you who was fastest and who wasn't in practice. Nick Sanchez ran 20 laps and he's still on top of the board. Nick Sanchez, Christian Eckes, Jesse Love. Nick Sanchez fastest time was a 29.859. His best speed was 164.694 for Nick Sanchez. Christian Eckes, Jesse Love, Harrison Burton, Josh Bilicki, Taylor Gray. Christopher Bell was 7th fastest. I wonder if Taylor Gray remembers what happened last week and he gets into Sammy Smith this week. Ross Chastain in 8th, Austin Hill 9th, Connor Zilich in 10th. 11th is Sam Mayer, 12th William Swalowich, 13th Sheldon Creed, 14th Chase Elliott, 15th Matt Benedetto, 16th Ryan Sieg, 17th Brandon Jones, 18th Sammy Smith, 19th Anthony Alfredo, 20th Danny Dye, 21st is Blaine Perkins, 22nd is Justin Allgaier, 23rd Josh Williams, 24th Carson Quaffle, 25th Brennan Poole, 26th Jeb Burton, 27th Dawson Cram, 28th Kyle Sieg, 29th Jeremy Commence, 30th Ryan Ellis, 31st Dean Thompson, 32nd Parker Retzlaff, 33rd Chris Wright, 34th David Starr, 35th Garrett Smithley, 36th Austin Green, 37th fastest was Leland Honeyman, Mason Massey, Nick Lights, and Greg Van Oss. So there is your practice. Now let's get the qualifying going here. Oh, let's look at one more thing here. Let's look at the lap averages. William Swalowich looked like he was number 1 overall. And then you had Christian Eckes, the 5-lap average. Nick Sanchez, 20. And Chase, look at Chase Elliott. Better on a longer run for Chase Elliott. I guess you can't really see that. But Chase Elliott is 25th fastest and 30th fastest is Chase Elliott. So Chase Elliott, his car on a long run is going to be deadly.
So is there some concern about what you'll...
There's this Dirty Nick Sanchez.
Too, but we played the cards we were dealt, and I think the Big Machine Vodka Spike Lewis Chevrolet is definitely as fast as Xfinity Internet, but I think our long run pace is kind of the eye-opening thing to me, and we're not really surprised.
No matter where the 88 qualifies, Zilich will not get to choose his pit stall. He failed pre-race inspection twice this morning. Oh, so is his pit crew gone too? Is crew chief?
That's Nick Sanchez. And if you guys were wondering why the Bobby Unser throwback scheme, well, owner of Big Machine Racing, Scott Morchetta, very good friends with...
I was talking to Scott earlier this week, and he was telling me how excited they were about this paint scheme. Nick Sanchez is due. Every other week, kind of a top 10 for him. He's fast in practice, and today should be his day if you look at the map of the scheme.
All right, so let's pick. Who you got? Who's getting the pole here? Who is getting the pole? Who is getting the pole? Who is getting it? Bronny's going to 7. Algire. Anybody else? What's up, Regine? Anybody else with that pick for the poll? Christopher Bell for Braden. I think I'm going to go Bell as well, Braden. I think Christopher Bell gets the poll. You didn't put the wheel on the right vacation for that pit crew member. That's right. Bell for Kelly. Another Bell. Anybody else? Anybody else going for the poll? Pick the poll winner. Sam Mayer for Tim, 41. Okay. Remember, he ran here pretty good last time. Chase Elliott for Bumblebee. Remember, he got Ross Chastain in his field as well. 65 likes. We're trying to get to 100 likes, y'all. If you help us out with the likes, we're trying to get to 100 likes. Jeanette says Bell. Jeanette's got Bell as well. Anybody else? Watermelon Man for Rebel Soul. Austin Hill for Negative Squirrel. Even though I'm an Elliott fan, Braden, Han says. Anybody else? Anybody else? Get your picks in before qualifying starts. We are going to be in qualifying. And it hasn't updated yet, which is weird. Practice. Come on now. I hope Brennan Poole gets another good finish today, Noam says. You know who I got. I know. I got you, bro. I got you.
NASCAR Xfinity Series getting ready to go qualifying here in just a little bit. Connor Zilisch making his first start at Darlington this week.
You know who I got.
This racetrack, it's a fickle thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough. Really cool to have a throwback scheme for our WeatherTech Chevrolet. It's as fast as Xfinity Mobile as usual, and I've got a really good feeling of the car, but I definitely got some work to do to get up to speed of this place. It's definitely a tricky one, but yeah, I'm excited to feel it out in the race and hopefully put a good qualifying lap in.
Thanks, Connor. Getting ready to go qualifying. As we said, he's got the Buddy Baker throwback on the WeatherTech number 88.
Buddy Baker, 1987 throwback. And that Crisco Chevrolet.
Sunshine.
Is that a Chevrolet? I can't tell. So it's the 24 for Dobson. He's going to 24. 3 tops for bumpers. Chase for Simeon. What's going on, Simeon? Yeah, Connor Zilisch in that Buddy Baker Crisco throwback, 1984. I'm a longtime Eric Amarola fan, plus Johnson. I'm going with Algire. All right. Buddy Baker, yes, sir. Tim Fowler says Zilisch may be good here. Never raced here. Yeah. See what he can do. Wade says, hey, Seal, I'm good. I'm glad Hamlin won last week. Good for you. Yeah, thank goodness. We're in the playoffs, finally. Cole says, Crisco, well, he'll be cooking. Yeah, he will be cooking. Like button engaged. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate everybody. Hit that like. We're trying to get that 100 like. We're almost there. 75. We have 30 to go. 30 likes to go to 100 as we're waiting on qualifying. Let's see what I got. There we go. So how many cars are in this field here? It is everybody. Okay, so it is everybody. There's no group 1, group 2. All right, so let me get rid of group B button here. All right. Dawson Cran's going to be the first one up. Ross Chastain, Austin Green will be number 3. Mandalorian says, congratulations on Denny winning. I'm ready to watch Josh Berry win some more this year. We'll see, Mandalorian. What's up, nerd? What's up, Kenneth Fox? Good to see you. Appreciate you. And just an update on Tom. I don't know what's happened to him. Still haven't heard from him. I'd like to know. I would like to know. I thought about contacting Our Motorsports and be like, hey, I just want to make sure Tom's okay. Like, this is crazy. Hammer down, David. What's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, we're doing the qualifying and the cup race next. Let me type that in right now. All right, in the pin message above is the link for the NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying. Make sure it's MEXT, not next, MEXT. MEXT.
50 more races to get Jeff or Jimmy. Qualifying underway.
Stilo crew chief for the 20.
Because we had the delay.
Austin Hill priding himself on his racecraft as he dumped 3 dudes in turn 1 last week. Yeah, it was a crazy finish.
In the 74.
Easy way to win $100,000. All right, here comes the 74.
This one right there, you have to pick up 3 or 4 seconds from
If Denny wins in Carl Edwards throwback, can you think he'll do the backflip? Yeah, he should.
place to qualify well at.
And Dawson Cram now on the pole.
Right here, Dawson. Yeah, it's a pretty good.
He's just pretty good there at Virginia, Regine. Just pretty good there.
Just a little bit higher. You have all that momentum built up getting into the wall.
Braden says, you never know. Elliott won here on his first try. It's a perfect 61 degrees. Vegas, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you so much, Scott. Appreciate it. Giving you our live commentary and reactions to the practice and qualifying for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And now we got Ross Chastain. Let me see those 9s and those watermelons in the chat. It's Ross Chastain.
Ross had a pretty good 3-4 right there. 30-60 though.
30-60. That's not going to make the poll. I'll tell you that right now. That is not going to make the poll. Here is who is this? It is Austin Green, 24-year-old from Concord, North Carolina. Third Xfinity Series. Top 10. 7 all the way. Scott says Menace. Finally got our win last night, baby. Let's see if we can get 2 more this weekend.
Yeah, you see, he turned down away from.
Just needed CeeLo to stream. I think that's what it was, Menace.
Or being able to exit that low after running the top 31-26.
Almost to 100 likes. Help us out. We're 24 away from 100. Ross Chastain. Here's Anthony Alfredo. Fast pasta in that Sterling Marlin, Jamie McMurray, Coors Light wannabe. Brings back some memories of old Sterling. Prayers for Sterling Marlin. Prayers for Sterling Marlin. The silver bullet, baby.
Marlin special right here.
There's a lot
The
of
silver bullet.
putting together a decent lap. I mean, if you see.
Yeah.
So maybe the sun coming out. Track one.
So Alfredo, P2.
Of speed. Kim, who are you in?
P2.
Well, I'll give you one guess based on what you're about to see. Let's talk about the original die-cast of Jeff Gordon's Looney Tunes paint scheme.
Brendan Poole's holding one of Jeff Gordon's Looney Tunes cars.
Same track, a little dirt track called Capitol, just outside Sacramento. So always been a big fan. And I think I have just about every single one of his cars been gifted to me over the years. So this was a really fun one to do. I got Looney Tune-ified. I don't know. So pretty
Looney Tune-ified. Oh, thanks, Negative Squirrel. Here's our social media if you guys want to follow us here.
just like Jeff's original car.
Bring back the M&Ms, exactly. Yeah, M&M's got out of racing too, man.
Decal, whereas Jeff Gordon's original car was painted, but
check out our stuff right here.
see,
Right here.
unified at some time.
There's Josh Balicki, 29-year-old from Wisconsin.
Face on the side of their car would not be here today.
Bring back the M&M car and the Kenny Schrader.
Say though, I don't know if I've been to
I'm just waiting for someone to do a throwback to the T-Rex car. Oh yeah, Brendan. Balecki moves up to P2. He's 30.72. That's definitely not going to cut it either.
Sack in a 30.72. The driver from Wisconsin, Kyle Siegman, went forward. It's been out in qualifying so far. 28 is down in the 4th position. He ran 30.99. Here's Leland Honeyman Jr.
There's the Nestle Quick. Leland Honeyman, baby.
Actually, on the entry to turn 1 before he ever turned into the corner, and it carried all the way around turns 1 and 2. But his lap time, he didn't check up. I mean, look at that lap time. He's only a 10th off right now of what Chastain is around. Those things going to lose a little bit more. It's interesting. It looks way more stable in terms.
That's a handsome hat, CeeLo. Aw, Menace.
Look at this right here, though, how loose he gets in. Trying to get to that apron.
Nestle Quick. Oh, he hit the wall.
And I always felt like
Still qualified 4th.
won or lost. Like when I
Here's Christian Eckes. He was fastest, 3rd fastest in practice. 3 top 5 finishes in the truck series here at Darlington. See what he can do in the Xfinity car. As he's the rookie.
Really well. Couple of tests to the good.
I triple dinosaur dared someone to bring back the T-Rex car.
DNFs for the rookie.
Yeah, back-to-back DNFs for Christian Eckes, so we definitely want to have something here.
group, second quick in the first group. 39.
What's up, Billy Bowles? Your boy 17 chasing the car today.
Track's about what we expected it to be.
Let's hear from Chase Elliott, Dylan.
Chase Elliott.
His first Xfinity start of the year, only Xfinity start of the year in the StandardCars.com 17 car. So, why Darlington? Why is this the one you wanted to come run? That's such a struggle, man.
Chase. What's up, Susan? Good to see you.
I mean, I need help in a lot of places, but this is definitely on for this.
Chase.
You know, I thought this was a good one. You know, ran this one last year. And you know, obviously Charlotte went really well.
Eckes.
Felt like it helped me some for some.
He won for Eckes. That's awesome.
Oh, so, yeah, man, it's kind of.
Huh?
Can't cut the grass.
Okay.
So, anyways, appreciate everybody.
Hit it. That's right. Thanks, guys. She's the best, y'all.
I help, you know, get everybody.
She's the best.
Great. These things are fun to drive. I know everybody says it every week, but it's true. Get going. Thanks, Chase.
No, not Chick-fil-A again. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's always, you know, when you're a truck driver, you're we're talking about what you're
David Starr. 4 Truck Series wins for David Starr. 57-year-old from Texas. How did Kurt Busch do in the truck race? Anybody know? There wasn't a truck race yesterday. They're off.
Is that? You ever talk about these cars slide around a little bit more? But
Yes, Earl. This is qualifying. What's up, Lincoln Kim? It's good to see you.
yeah, a little contact right there for David Starr off turn 4. When you have to come back and do this, you know, every single
Kyle Busch only made 1 truck race this year, and he won. That's right.
So, come back,
David Starr,
no
a 31.289, and here is Jesse Love. Jesse Love, top 10 finish in both Darlington starts, 8th and 6th in Darlington. Jesse Love, baby. He will be in the Bristol 33 Cup race on next week. He'll be starting in the Cup race in that 33 car. Little loose in the turns for Jesse Love.
It's going to be close.
Morning, Suzanne. Good to see you.
You can line up at 30-21.
30-21.
21, a couple of 100s behind Christian Eckes.
Well, here's the other Falcons got to practice. Nick Sanchez. You know, Christian Eckes, who was.
Here's Dirty Nick Sanchez. See those 48s.
Back away from it. Looks like he's got a really good exit at turn 2. Slid the car really bad. It's going to cost him.
Nick Sanchez.
Now in 3 and 4, knowing that you maybe lost a little bit of time.
Mr. Magoo, welcome in. Appreciate you being here, man.
Spotter and crew chief right there.
Nice comeback from what he lost when he had the.
Nick Sanchez third after being fastest in practice. Now, he only did 20 laps.
The exit at turn 2 as he's making.
But got a little loose and almost hit the wall a little bit, so that cost him right there.
Darlington.
All right, here is Mason Massey and his Jimmy Spencer Winston No Bull throwback.
And love, here's
Mason Massey.
Jimmy Spencer. I mean, like,
Jimmy Spencer, baby. You gotta love him. Mr. Excitement. Who remembers Jimmy Spencer? If you're a bit of Spencer fan over these years, let me see in the chat. If you've been a Jimmy Spencer fan anytime, gotta love old Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Spencer. That 23 No Bull Winston car. Crying towel, Gnome says.
It's a part of NASCAR.
Winston Cup. What do you think about the old logos on the thumbnails today, y'all? What do you think about the old thumbnails on the logos?
99 Matt DiBenedetto. Remind everybody, 40 cars.
Just remembered him. Hell yeah. I'm old. I remember Jimmy Spencer. Here you go, pass. Ronnie says Cole Custer's doing a Jimmy Spencer throwback too. Yes, he is. You are. That Target car. You're right. He is. Old Cole. His feud with Kurt Busch was so entertainment.
Quicker than what he ran in practice.
Matt Benedetto in that number 99 X side. And then here is the 18 of William Swallowich throwing it back to the NASCAR for Rowdy. Throwing it back to Rowdy. And y'all, make sure you check it out our vlog. We go over every single one that has a throwback. We show you the old car, the car of today, and the throwback car that they're talking about on our channel. So make sure you check out that video. Give us a like over there. Give us a comment. Ooh! Swallowich got high in the turn. Hit the wall, too. Oh, yeah. Nice long stripe down the side of the car there. Swallowich P4, though. P4. Yes, I am. Well, South, Nashville, Earl.
Overcommitted to the
South.
to me about that.
And famous 2016 NASCAR. That's right, Bronny.
The white line on the exit at 2.
Well, thanks, guys, for being here. Appreciate you. Here's Taylor Gray, who wants a little more piece of Sammy Smith. Did you see those guys fighting in the infield after the race on Saturday? Awesome, Earl. Hope you stayed safe up there. Taylor Gray.
In turns 3 and 4.
See what he can do here. That 54. Ty Gibbs on car.
Flat for Taylor Gray.
Oh, I said infamous, not famous. Okay, sorry. Some of these guys really need Jimmy Spencer's crying towel. Jamie.
Luck at the end of it. They didn't
Yep.
get the finish that they deserved. And then I would say, last week, obviously, we know how the race ended. But if you look back beyond that, he led nearly 100 laps in that race last week. So he continues to check boxes, get better and better. And this is another one of the racetracks where he's been to before, raced here a season ago. So NASCAR is going to go out and check the track because there was significant.
I'm not sure, Gene.
Swallowich. Gray runs his lap, comes back in, and now you can figure out if there's any.
Well, and they had released Gray already, is why.
Yeah, that 2016 car was infamous for when Busch won 10 out of the 16 starts that year in the NASCAR.
Jeremy Clements with a very
Handsome Harry Gant car. Jeremy Clements.
racetrack being very different. How do
Oh. The CW is having some audio issues.
back to Harry Gant, man, a legend. So just have fun today. I love
Harry Gant. Now they're having some audio issues on the CW. But appreciate you being here, y'all. We're flying through qualifying here.
So we're glad they're still in the fight. And when you talk about throwback,
Connor Zilic, Greg Van Alst next.
And there's a lot of good-looking ones. I tell you, I love to see it. Mine's the favorite though. Okay?
I think his is favorite too. I like the Harry Gant throwback. It's one of my favorites.
Fine, you're always faster at this racetrack, so
Sheldon Creed, can he win here? Mike Skinner and handsome Harry Gant. That's right, man.
Pretty good. Road Raider.
Oh, he didn't get to qualify. Oh, that's right. He had a maintenance issue, so I guess he'll be out then, right, Bronny? He won't make the race. Here's Connor Zilic. That 88 throwing back to Buddy Baker. See what he can do here. Taylor Gray still on the pole right now.
What are you doing?
Here comes Zilic. That WeatherTech Chevrolet Junior Motorsports.
Like this. How
You've been to the first? Yeah, me too, Cole.
then all of a sudden they're like, hey,
I've been there.
So that's hard on a rookie. You see right there, about 3/10 off, and a 30-30. It's going to put him.
So fifth fastest for Connor Zilic,
He's over.
a 30.302. And here it is, my dark horse for the day, Harrison Burton in that throwback Jeff Burton Citgo Ford, honoring his dad.
Is third.
Here is Harrison Burton.
Put the gas down and get after it in qualifying. Sometimes the payoff is not there. Currently, I have a rhythm leading the way.
Sometimes what you don't know,
That's
right?
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
but in the race, it usually pays off to have a little bit of experience.
Doesn't just stop.
Head Burton.
Race two. Just getting
Dick says, let's go Zilic.
Deserve. Harrison Burton, fastest forward now. He jumps up.
Harrison Burton there.
26.
P4 for Harrison Burton. There's Garrett Smithley in the Terry Labonte throwback. And a Terry Labonte throwback for Garrett Smithley. Caitlin, what's going on? Good to see you.
2.5, 3/10 off. It gets a little bit loose. On the turn 4.
Smithley's still in the red, too. Taylor Gray so far on the pole. Funny to see Taylor Gray and Christian Eckes. Of course, you remember they had that big scuffle at Martinsville last year.
On both ends, so hard is a little bit more speed, but got a great looking paint scheme on it. 10th to 20.
1994 Terry Labonte throwback. MW windows. Lumina.
Like you just forgot how high that the cars used to be and how look at these cars now. They're
Here is the 71 of Ryan Ellis.
cool to look back at those old ones.
You know, Ryan Ellis made the move in the offseason. Driving for Alpine right here, Mario Gosno this year. And he went to the 71 because this was his childhood number, Race Legends cars. And that's what he's throwing back to, his Legends car from when he was a kid. He also played hockey where he wore jersey number 71 and 9th right now for Ryan Ellis. Not bad qualifying. Here's
Ryan Ellis.
what it relates to.
So 2001, I didn't think it was.
Throwback to 2001, his Legends car.
Kid is into those. A little bit of legend car racing, but that's pretty cool. Throwing it back to your.
Man, I remember that NW Windows sponsor.
So many great things on a marketing.
What's up, PQ? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Here's Blaine Perkins in that Capital City Chevrolet.
But that little bit of a lower.
Is that a Cole Trickle wannabe? Capital City?
Right next to the middle, and then drive.
Cole Trickle wannabe.
Right there, gonna put him 9th.
9th for Blaine Perkins. 30.470 on the dial for them.
22 cars in. Greg Van Alst is being credited there, although he didn't make a.
Brandon Jones, Chase Elliott, Josh Williams coming up next.
Only 38 races.
Brandon Jones,
On speed. Get in.
Chase Elliott, Josh Williams. Grant Van Alst had a maintenance issue. Loved Cole Trickle. Rockin' Rowdy loves you, Cole Trickle.
and currently Taylor Gray with the top speed. in qualifying and sets your lap, and you think it's going to hold?
Yeah, I hope so. It's kind of so hard to tell here at Darlington. Track changes constantly. So I feel like everyone from Jacobs Racing bought me a really fast Operation Air GR Supra. Just have to stay consistent all day and keep up with the balance in the track. And I think we're as fast as Xfinity goals. So.
And then, what does this week look like for you after Martinsville and the fallout there? Was it focused for
Vegas? I think that Nick Sanchez's normal car every week looks like that, the orange and white with the orange letters for his original car.
He's handled this situation because it's tough for everyone involved. Let's remind you of what Kim was asking about.
So last week, as you guys know, Sammy Smith dive bombed Taylor Gray and that big wreck at the end, which caused Austin Hill to go from 5th place to 1st and win $100,000 last week at Martinsville. But and the Taylor Gray was going after Sammy Smith. They ended up having a scuffle in the infield. But yeah, Taylor Gray having issues with these guys. That's dope. Thanks for that info. You're welcome, man. Yeah, it's almost like the same look too for Cale Yarborough. But yeah, I would love to see someone in that 28 Hardee's car.
There was some debris.
That's who the 28 Kyle Sieg should have done. He already has the number. If he would have just made it orange and white, that would have been awesome.
Let him sign. And I'm like, well, yeah.
Cole says, thanks, everyone. Unfortunately, I can't do autographs in the stream.
I think he was ready to go. When he went after Jim Gordon, he could breathe when he got there. He was ready to fight. He ran a 200-yard dash and then went after Gordon.
Sammy Smith fined $25,000, docked 50 points, falls from 7th to 12th in the playoff grid. So, man.
Stays above the cut line, as you saw there.
Here's Brandon Jones and that Dollar General Matt Kenseth wannabe throwback. Matt Kenseth. Brandon Jones, that JGR 20. Remember, this car won here last year with Christopher Bell in it. So we'll see what he can do here. Christopher Bell was in this car last year, but every time anybody's in that 20 car, it's second to do something.
Brandon Jones.
See Brandon Jones on the pole. Brandon Jones in that 20.
Have a good shot at today because he's gonna have a good starting position. Brandon Jones had those three.
Almost a 100. 6 to go, y'all. Thanks so much. Here's Chase. Let me see those 17s. Chase in the house.
Lap crash. Here, Chase Elliott in the 17.
Yeah, Chase gave up a little bit of
Chase.
Turn back down the hill. Look at the lap that he's got going right here. Into turn 3, committed to a little higher. He's gonna get right up next to the wall in the middle of the. It shows you both Taylor Gray and Brandon Jones, those Gibbs cars.
Let's go, Chase.
Alex Baldwin did put this car on the pole earlier.
Third fastest for Chase.
30.096 seconds.
30.096. Brandon Jones with that 29.91 still on the pole.
Not mine, but are you throwing back to your win last year?
It is similar. It is a little different. We have the brand chemical logo on it this year instead of the brand pressure agriculture. But really cool. I love Throwback Weekend. Somebody's been around the sport for a long time.
Thanks for the subs, y'all. Help us out with the subs.
Some of them I raced against, so I think I'm pretty sure. So that's
Justin Allgaier.
third blades are really fast and shorts this weekend, all 5 of them. And
Here's Josh Williams and that Mark Martin throwback. And that Army.
List, but
Josh Williams. He qualifies. Where's Williams qualify at?
Well, maybe it was just giving us credit. Joe was pretty good. I think it was good.
Yeah, Josh Williams. I can't see you. P15. And here's Carson Quaffle. And his Jamie McMurray throwback.
He was actually high on the exit of turn 2, but it's worked for him. Oh, man, he committed into turn 3.
Carson Quaffle. See, can he get there? That turn 2 is turn 3 and 4 are really killing these guys. Custer, Allgaier, Mayer have some juice to go. All right, here's handsome Harry Gant. Jeremy Commence. His third Darlington Xfinity top 10 finish. Jeremy Clements, handsome Harry Gant.
Time to interview him and puts a smile on my face. He has such a good accent.
Creed may do it. You're right, Kelly.
Darlington, especially him being from South Carolina.
Mr. September, handsome Harry Gant.
All about perspective, right? Kelly, at home, we talked about the health issues.
And he qualifies 10th, P10. P10, a 30.376 for Jeremy Clements. Chris Wright breaks.
15 drivers. I mean, their match recorded best run of the season.
Breaks.
Chaos like that, people are able to capitalize on it. He stayed out of all that.
Was that 1991? Yeah, I was there for that. I was there at the Martinsville race, Kelly. Chris Wright breaks.
There by the wall as well. This thing gets a little bit loose.
No throwback for Chris Wright. Just same old, same old.
The Gibbs cars have been so good.
Praying for you, Tom. We're out there. If you're out there, praying for you, man. 20 P7 for Chris Wright. 30.26. Here's Parker Retzlaff in that throwback Ernie Irvin Daytona 500 win. For Parker Retzlaff.
Put it back to Ernie Irvin, and Jamie and I are going to say slash.
Maybe Sterling Marlin.
Sterling Marlin.
For Retzlaff before.
Such a good qualifier. We talk about it every week on here. He's able to get a little more out of the car than
P7 for Chris. Yeah, right, Bronny. I can't believe it.
about a 10th off in 3 and 4. He chose to run lower, which made it look like the middle of 3 and 4 is better, I think, because of the distance. But
Swerving Irvin. Yeah, Tim.
Retzlaff is 6.
There is Jeb Burton and that Hardy's throwback.
I can't do it.
Jeb Burton and that Hardy's throwback. Last right, starting up front. Look out. Exactly. No. Ready for 609. That's right, Big Gator. What's up, dude? I got the stream on. We'll see how if the Xfinity race helps us out or not, but I got it scheduled. So we'll see what happens.
Momentum, I'm telling you.
Jeb Burton. Jeb Burton. Jeb Burton qualifies 14th. 14th, a 30.434. Here is Christopher Bell. Watch out. Pole alert. Pole alert here. Christopher Bell. Pole alert. Watch out, Brandon Jones, because here comes Christopher Bell. Let me see those 19s in the chat for Christopher Bell. Big Wade.
Was able to stay committed right there on the exit of turn 2. See right there in the bottom.
Let's go, Big Wade. Christopher Bell. Ooh, got loose there in turn 4.
Still able to get back to the gas. It's going to be really close. He's going to be right up there with all 3 of his
On the pole. Look at those Toyotas. Christopher Bell.
turn 3.
Go 19 on the pole. That's right, Big Wade. Here, Dean Thompson in the Jamie McMurray throwback.
But that's what he's going to say when we interview him.
I mean, with 3 drivers in the field, throw back to your scheme.
I know, that's close, Bronny. That is close. There's Dean Thompson. Sam Hunt Racing.
Sam Hunt. And
See what he can do.
It's fun to get to catch up with these guys. And
Christopher Bell on the pole. Toyota.
it's 3 weeks.
And Thompson is going to qualify.
Unbelievable job by Bell.
Hit the wall, and he still made the pole.
I should have said.
Dean Thompson is 22nd fastest. 22nd fastest for Dean Thompson. 8 cars to go. Sammy Smith, the bad boy from last week. In that Dale Jr. 3 doors down throwback. Dale Jr. 3 doors down throwback for Sammy Smith and that DEI font.
bit about a wash, honestly. He was about 3/10.
The Dale Jr. wannabe.
See, 8th overall.
8th overall for Sammy Smith. That's a 30.238. And then here is Danny Dimes, a Adam Petty throwback. Adam Petty throwback for Danny Dimes. Daniel Dye. See what he can do.
You could make that work. It depends.
Thanks for being here, y'all. Hit that like for us. Trying to get to almost there to 100 likes. We're at 99. 99.
10ths off, getting into 3.
Daniel Dye. Oh, he hits the wall. Danny Dye hit the wall into turn. That turn 3 is really hurting some people, guys. I bet we get some wrecks in turn 3 today. 5th for Danny Dimes. He hit the wall, but he got 5th. Just could not hold it. Couldn't get it got too close to the wall there. Danny Dimes. That's a 30.093 for Danny Dimes. And here is Ryan Sieg, the first of the Sieg brothers. 3 top 10 finishes in the last 4 races for Ryan Sieg. He's really turned it on. He has the Dale Jarrett throwback. Reverse paint scheme of Dale Jarrett. Instead of blue, it's white. Danny Dimes should be driving the methanol blue car. Exactly.
Next time, though, it turns 1 and 2.
NASCAR is my life. It's on the CW app, and make sure you update your CW app, y'all. We were told that if you haven't updated your DW app in a while, it's not allowing you to see live events on there. So make sure you check that out. Make sure your Xfinity app or your CW app is updated. That's what we're saying they're having issues with. Here's Brennan Poole and that Jeff Gordon Looney Tunes throwback.
Yeah, you mentioned he's got a little bit of
Exactly like dislike. Hit that like for us, y'all. Hit that subscribe too if you're new to us. Help us out. And in the pinned message, we're going to the NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying right next. Here's Sam Mayer and that Kurt Busch Daytona 500 win. Throwback, 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and 7 Xfinity starts for Sam Mayer. I see you, man.
Looks like he's going to be able to make it stick.
I'll see you, man.
Great feeling.
Yeah, just make sure you guys are updating your CW app. I heard there's an issue with not allowing you to see live events.
Going to pay the penalty on exit. You just cannot get as good of an exit with that.
Sam Mayer. P4. 30.04. Christopher Bell still on the pole here. And here is Sheldon Creed, always a bridesmaid, never a bride, but he's got 2 top 5 finishes here in Darlington in September 22 and 24. Come on, Sheldon Creed. See those double zeros for the bridesmaid. Still looking for his very first victory ever. When he does have a victory, we're going to party like it's 1999.
And it makes him so fast at the end of these runs.
Brandon Sheldon Creed P9. That's a 30.213. 30.213 for Sheldon Creed.
Caution didn't come out. He does have a run on Xfinity. Sheldon Creed, 2 Truck Series wins at the track, 2 up to 10.
Speaking of iconic HD, that's Jim Smith, 2 truck. Luke 20.
Where's Ryan Sieg? I don't think he hasn't qualified yet.
Truck Series?
He hasn't qualified yet. Oh, yeah, he has. I'm sorry. Ryan Sieg has qualified 17th. Here is the last one. Allgaier. And then got Austin Hill.
He's going to have a snip in the front row right there in third.
Third. So Allgaier puts himself in between some Toyotas at a 29.94. And it's now Austin Hill. Joking, CeeLo. I'm begging to believe Sam Mayer lives in your house. I see you, Mayer. Yeah, right. I see you, man. All right, here is Austin Hill, the last one. Can he break Christopher Bell off the pole? Billy Bowles dropping those sevens. Here is Austin Hill. And he hits the wall. Austin Hill hits the wall. He was in the green. Oh, man. He said, sorry. Austin Hill, 19th. He smacked the wall hard. Congratulations, Christopher Bell.
Christopher Bell goes out, lays it down.
Christopher Bell with the pole. That turn 3 and 4. We're going to have some issues in turn 3 and 4 today, so we'll be watching that. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Christopher Bell is on the pole for today's race. We'll have that this afternoon for you. Brandon Jones on the outside. So JGR dominating here on the Xfinity series. The Lady in Black always strikes back.
It did not. So what's interesting is I felt pretty good about it through 1 and 2. And then 3 and 4, I felt completely out of control down there. And then, looking at the guys that were qualifying after me, they were able to maintain through 1 and 2. And then it appeared that I had a pretty good 3 and 4. So, yeah, I guess out of control is fast.
He did hit the pound wall hard, man.
Cliff Supra is really, really fun to drive. It's still fun to drive. And obviously having the throwback scheme on it to my mentor special. This is a special weekend for me to have.
That looks strong.
Here they'll be with us race tomorrow and they race today. So hopefully this Supra is as expensive.
Last time we were here in the Xfinity Series, you were the one in victory lane. You did it from the pole. Then, as a driver, your starting P1. What's on your list of things you have to do to repeat here?
Well, I don't know. I mean, last year my car was so tilted towards the front side that I had a ton of side speed and I really lacked a lot of backside speed compared to my teammate Sheldon last year. So you asked for that to be tilted a little bit better, but the way that the race worked out, it still worked out in my favor having a yellow flag at the end. So you just never know how these races are going to go, and that's what makes them really hard to win. So
see what happens to Christopher Bell here today. All right, so thank you guys so much for hanging with us. We appreciate you. And coming up next is NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying. So come along with us. I think that starts here in about 30 minutes or so. So we'll see you in about 35 minutes or so for NASCAR Cup Series and practice. We appreciate you. Christopher Bell, Brandon Jones on the outside. And Bell looks strong to have another great finish. I did pick him as my pick today to win the race. So thanks so much for hanging out. Want to appreciate all the thanks to the lovely wife for some Chick-fil-A here for breakfast. I'll finish the rest of that here during the break. And we'll be back for NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying from Darlington Raceway. We thank you so much. I want to thank the lovely wife. I'd like to thank my mods for being here so early. I want to thank my members for their hard-earned money and back to the channel. And then also you guys for watching this morning. I know the Xfinity app shows a lot of it. So at this time, make sure you guys go check your Xfinity app to make sure if you're not able to see the video, it's because your app needs to be updated. So make sure you go to your phone and all that stuff and make sure you change that so you can watch the battle cam today and all the in-car cameras. So thank you guys so much. We will see you soon in about 30 minutes for NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying. See you in a bit. If you don't like that, we'll see you for the Xfinity race in a little bit. See you later. Peace.